Greetings, my excellent friends. Do you guys want to see something cursed? I'll put it in the Baldur's Gate channel in my Discord. It's a tweet that I saw. I put it in the Discord. It's not my fault. I didn't put it. I didn't create it. It's just something I have to say. No, the only way for me to see Twitch ads is to go watch someone else on Twitch. But we're in the same region, so there's a chance that I would be served that one as well. Whatever it is. Toothpaste with what? Oh, like little things that you put in your mouth to improve your breath or something? Right. Yes, streamers are automatically subscribed to themselves forever. There's no payment involved, but you technically have the benefits of a tier 3 sub to your own channel. Anyway, Bush, did you see the tweet that I put in the Discord? Can you unsubscribe from yourself? I believe that's called deleting your account. Yeah, hair does take away from the presence of ears, I suppose. Anyway, to orient myself. Oh, Society of Brilliance. That's the those are the Underdark people, isn't it? Delver Den. Does that mean this is a Society of Brilliance building?
Extremely attractive.
Professor Lime Leech. Blurg! Blurg is here! Okay, yeah, this is the Society of Brilliance building. We're not going here first, but I had no idea. I just skipped on past that because we went, we were following the dock, and so we went under this building, but we didn't look at it at all. And then when we came back out of that, we just went to the Blushing Mermaid. So yeah, that's the second building we'll go to today. We'll go to this house first, because I've been instructed to. Yeah, we were down here. The building's so much higher, but if Blurg is here, does that mean Omelum is here?
I'll admit it. I'm jealous of Blurg's towering intellect.
Well, we'll find out. There's lots of Society of Brilliance people here, but only him and Omelum would be familiar to me. Well, that's a no, Demon Dragon. Because he couldn't move about normally here because he's a Mind Flayer.
Go
But he also might have trouble because it's the seat of the Absolute, so it would make sense if he either wasn't here or if he was here but he was dead or something. Hopefully not. We'll deal with that. But first, we'll walk past these 5 complaining about a child throwing a ball or whatever it was, because we spoke to them yesterday, and we will go up here and talk to Fig.
It is stand and deliver, little Fig.
Wait, Minsk knows you?
I think I like yours better. You bellow like a true berserker.
The commander said I only had to keep out bad ones. So you can pass.
Wait, little girl, how do you know Minsk?
I'm not a little girl. I'm a warrior.
Even I could have told you. This was a silly thing to say.
Now pass.
Okay. We all here? Where's the hero? Oh god, she's all the way over here. Does she react to Jaheira? Hang on. Jaheira is stuck in a building. Let me bring them both. Was that supposed to be a Jaheira moment? Oh. Well. The Minsk scene was still pretty good. Okay, we'll get her out of her, No, the party is grouped. Like, she's not... She hasn't been left behind. She has been stuck.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
Oh, she is... How did she get behind there? She actually can't move. Look. She is genuinely stuck in here. No, I mean, it's very easy. We just need to fast travel 2 feet up the road. We don't need to do anything more complicated than that. No, but this is interesting. I don't want to dismiss it too quickly. Okay, so what's happened, Rob, is that we've come out of this hatch. And we've come out of this hatch with a party of 6. And so Jaheira and her elemental have been shunted into a corner that you actually cannot get out of. Now, normally, when the lines of walking are disrupted, you just jump, because you can jump over any surface, really. But we don't have an arc. Oh, hi, Karlak. I guess the group... What? Nobody else is moving. What? Look, hang on. Everybody's over here, standing stock still, and Karlak and only Karlak has reacted to the, pull. That is weird. Anyway, by going into the basement, we all go into the basement.
That's the most tasteless slogan you've come.
Let's see if everybody's out of the corner. No, still her. Puts everybody else. Well, puts those 2. What about me?
No one stopped me yet.
Yeah, just Jaheira gets stuck in the corner. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. We just there's no need to use any spells. We just do that, and boom, everybody's over here now. Like, there's no need to overcomplicate things, friends.
One day I'll catch a break.
But it was interesting. Right, now we have Jaheira here. So you're saying this girl reacts to Jaheira before Minsk?
Those clanking great steel watchers. Bloody hate them.
Stand on your liver!
It is stand and deliver, little fig.
No, it's still him.
Though I think I like yours better. You bellow like a true berserker.
The commander said I only had to keep out bad ones. So you can pass.
But she is here now. So maybe she'll cut in when I ask this. Wait, little girl, how do you know Minsk?
Even I could have told you. This was a silly thing to say.
Now pass.
I don't know what you guys were expecting, but that was identical. Let's talk to her again, see what happens.
It is stand and
The commander said I only had to keep out bad ones. So you can pass.
Who's the commander?
That's secret. And anyway, she's away, so Ryon's in charge. So be nice to Ryon, or I'll kick you out.
Put Jahira above Minsk? Could do that.
it is
The commander said I only had to
Thank
keep
you,
out
noble sentinel.
bad. I'm not a centipede. I'm a guard.
Okay.
Who says
Surely you can't agree with those talking.
You go over there a second.
look later.
Still breathing, despite everything. I should speak up.
If we put Minsk in a corner, maybe Jahira will get recognized.
Oi! Stop a moment.
Fine. Come in then. You might as well meet the family.
The what?
There was a time when we'd have a pillory in the wild, small enough even for street pups like you.
The what?
Revive that
Elarathan residence.
Alarathan residence.
Yeah, that's what I said. Fuck you. Just because you get paid for this. Harper report, no leads. Hi, Harper. I'm sorry to report that we've had no leads on the boys' parents. If they were indeed among the first taken by the cult, then their trail has long gone cold. It's a grim thought, but perhaps they were deemed unworthy of ascending and sent to serve the cult's purpose in some other way. I hope he's settling in there. It may well be he has nowhere else to go. Jahira, what the hell?
The cub speaks.
I want to ask you something.
Ask it.
What the hell? But she's not Ilarathan.
Maybe it was just a labourer hauling a shaggy grey mop.
Be serious, Ryon. Who puts braids on a mop?
Oh, they're going to be mad at her. She's not been home in months. That said, though, I am going to
Bet I can crack that open.
do the huge. Because it's not stealing, because we have her with us. Letter to Ryon.
We'd hear her knees
Stamped with the Harper's seal. Ryon, we have also had no further word from the High Harper since she gathered her forces and struck out east. Whilst her sending to you is certainly concerning, she made no such contact with us, and I cannot believe the Jahira we know would fail to pass on all she knew if she truly believed the end was at hand.
No point getting your hopes
Your
up.
mother will be fine.
She'll be back when she's back.
You don't think she will?
Mother.
Oh no, she will. But we'll
Mother.
wait a little longer, if you like.
Mother. Pages 3. High Harper of what?
I saw her, I swear.
Are you sure? Maybe it was just a labourer
Let's go in here.
hauling a shaggy grey mop.
Be serious.
Oh, Maller's Mark, here we go.
Are we
quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
These are all wonderful options. Mother? Jahira, these are your children? This is a beautiful home. I figured Jahira lived in a cave. Alone. Or we could just look at Minsk. Since we've got him here, I think we need to look at Minsk.
Some battles, even Boo is not brave enough to fight.
Ryan.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jahira's only message contained? In all this time she's been away? 7.
Met gorgeous hero out in Shadowlands. Is Shadowlands 1 word or 2?
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult. Which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved us, so tell me. Are we all doomed?
You should really just listen to your mother. It's you know, just yeah. I mean, 2 is probably the most sensible, but yeah, you should listen to your mother.
Oh, the one stern parent is quite enough, thank you very much.
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old after all.
So old! She can stay, but only if she brought home presents.
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
This inspired Karlak, Children of an Outlander. What was that one? No, just that one. Convince Jahira to let her family stay in the city. Huh. I didn't really do that, but okay. Floki?
The cub speaks.
So you have a family, huh?
I have given you much reason to think that Harper's hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, they had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice?
Admit it, you were just afraid of Ryan. You're right, that is extremely foolish.
Careful now. Only I get to say it. And my daughter, apparently. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryan turn her ire on us both. Ask it.
Okay, no new questions. Minsk?
Tell me, now that you have met Jaheira's children, it is not unpleasant to see her on the rough side of someone's tongue, hmm? No, Boo, you will not tell her. Minsk said nothing. We will not speak of this again.
It takes too long to quick load.
Soldier?
I want to talk. Oh, what do you think of your hero Jaheira's house?
I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
This one's not over, you know. Does anybody else have reactions to meeting Jaheira's family, even though they're not in the party?
It is sad to see how Jaheira has neglected her family. They should be prepared for the battle that is coming, or they may not survive it.
Please don't say that to her. She spent her life in conflict. It's natural she wants to protect them from that.
Life is conflict. Coddling children and denying them that truth only makes them weak.
Yeah, look, Jaheira's already put up with one petulant, stubborn drow in her life. She doesn't need another one bothering her about her kids.
Jaheira would do anything to see her family safe. They're lucky to have her, and she's lucky to have them.
That was slightly more wholesome, Shadowheart.
Jaheira's adept at keeping secrets, and for good reason. She was wise to try and keep her family safe. I just wish I could have done the same.
You might still have a chance. That said, we still haven't fucking found the House of Grief.
Jaheira's family is a credit to her. She's wise to keep them secret. Safe. I was never afforded a chance to start a family of my own. Serving nature always had to come first.
What do you think, devil?
How? Come for a chat?
You don't care. Why are you still here?
A natural impulse to try and shield one's loved ones from danger, especially when you feel a moral compunction to run headfirst towards it. I suspect any child of Jaheira's will share her self-destructive sense of justice. But at least her words give them pause for thought.
You know, I never dreamed our noble Jaheira would be such a terrible, terrible mother. It's nice to see heroes are as awful as the rest of us, hmm?
God, you can be a drag when you wanna. Did you look at those ears, Quombush? They are, in fact, that big. Right. Now let's talk to the family. Maybe we'll have a nice dinner.
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Absolutely no comment. I found her to be firm but fair. So you're all Jaheira's wards?
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action.
Right.
I'll tend the sanctuary till the real druid is ready to return. Make sure that happens, eh? I'm still just an apprentice.
I don't know, mate. Level 11, 96 health? I reckon you're good and ready, honestly.
Coming along nicely there, Floki. Good, strong roots.
I don't know about your druid-oriented stats, though, but the 20 strength is nice. Fuck off, that's ridiculous. He's a bash druid, that is, my word. Okay, let's take a look at this study. Jaheira's study door. Oh my word, lots of things to read. Correspondence from Theodore Thistlewhistle.
Been just guzzling the water recently.
Jaheira, I will of course be happy to look in on the children in your absence, though I'd remind you that Rion and Jord are now twice my height and all too happy to remind me of it. Whatever business you're on, take care. If the children take into their heads to go herring off to help, I won't be able to stop them, nor will I try to. Theodore. Disappearances in the city. Oh, and there's a couple of them too. Fuck, that's a long scroll. Wait, what just lit up? Of course it's too late. Oh, there it is. Right, that's fine. Hi, Harper. It seems our last reports were over hasty. Our investigations into the recent spate of disappearances over the city have led to the re-emergence of the subjects in almost every case. We're chasing down those last few and following up the rumours of strange shadows in the sky at night. Perhaps we can hope it's just a case of some overactive imaginations. Beneath the report, notes in another hand take over. No coincidences. Absence is connected. And why return now? Pin slot. Do we have a Harper pin? I think I kept one, like, way ages ago. I picked this up in, like, Act 1. Okay, but that really shouldn't work with any old Harper pin. Clipping, Baldur's mouth. A faded cutting. Beloved ranger bewitched. Citizens of the city were stunned to find a local landmark absent when the sun rose over the Wide this morning. The beloved ranger, a statue dedicated to a hero of the city... Yeah, dedicated. Was removed from its perch overnight with reports of a struggle and sounds of battle and squeaking during the dark hours. The City Watch had no comment to add, but the market square told a clear tale of smashed cobblestones, scorched tiling, and blood-speckled stalls. Whatever force wrested the ranger from his perch, he did not go quietly.
Just guzzling the water recently. Save some for the others.
Final warning. A missive printed beneath the burning emblem of the flaming fist. Deep quill slashes indicate a certain level of irritation on part of the writer. Residents of Ilarathin House, I will remind you once again that the guardianship of the lower city falls exclusively to the Flaming Fist, with additional support from the New Steel Watch. We do not require the assistance of any private citizens in the settling of street disputes, no matter how extreme those citizens deem the Watch's response to be. Jord, we've been happy to overlook your mother's association with a certain illegal organization due to your family's service to the city. Do not make us regret it. Ryan, if you're so keen to bust a few skulls, then you are welcome to re-enlist. Signed, Manip Regis, Bloomridge Garrison. Yeah, there's several Harper pins throughout the game. Right, well, see, if you remember, my my logic upon picking it up from the Drow was that I just read the Drow's note, which mentioned Jaheira, and I was like, shit, what if we need to prove that we're Harpers or pretend to be Harpers or something? This might have like a storyline value, so I'm just going to keep it. I wasn't expecting it to be used 150 hours later to get into a secret room, but I imagine the fact that we have the owner of the secret room with us means it wasn't going to be a particularly difficult puzzle, even if we didn't have the way in already. Decoded field report. A meandering letter from a traveller to her family back home. The main text is marred with scratches and corrections. A code, translated in a firm hand down below. Hi Harper, movement of the Shadowlands confirmed. Absolute cultists pass where the shadows are deepest. No clue as to how, and no means to follow. Light spied in moonrise towers from afar, a great movement of forces through the dark. They are gathering an army. Bring more Harpers. Bring means of making light. Quickly. Well, we're not going to go underground until we've explored the rest of the house. And talk to the kids.
You three have been just guzzling the water recently. Save some
Dwarven
for the others,
taxonomy?
right?
This species taxonomy by Reginald Cultural Eavesdropper Wiley gives a full and complete categorization of dwarves, from the gust-wrinkled pale Arctic dwarves to the tanned Great Rift and Gold dwarves to the once enslaved Duergar to the tall and gregarious shield dwarves to the underdark-dwelling Urdunir to the brilliantly adaptive and culturally rich wild dwarves living in the jungles of Chult. Transcribed sending. I'm sorry, you know what to do. Jesus Christ, you dramatic motherfucker. Domovoi Invocation. A flat piece of parchment bearing a name day blessing. It appears to make an offering to a Domovoi, some manner of Rashimar household spirit thought to shower the lucky celebrant in gifts. It is signed only M, along with a small drawing of a rodent lined with what appears to be actual fur.
That reminds me, I'm working on our family trip. I've already placed Ryan. You're next.
Yes, my friend.
Nothing.
A druid should know how to do that.
Well, suppose he should, at that.
Battle plan. Battle plan! A yellowed manual outlining stuffy combat forms. Fig has added her own embellishments and looping, colourful drawings of her family members. One last entry stands out, an angry face in a perfect circle shouting, "Go for the eyes!" Will you stop lock-picking the things in my house? No.
Strong roots.
Everything must be opened. The key is right there in the cupboard. Oh. Well, I should have checked that first. The door is open. Why did you take the key? Because I might need to open it again later.
You three have been just
Oh, for God's sake.
That's curious.
And now you are pulling up the floor? Unsent sending. A short note marked up as a professional sending, a magical message of up to 25 words intended to find the recipient wherever they might be. This copy was never given over to a cleric for delivery. No. I don't know what to do, so come back and tell me or I'll come find you. Death will not protect you. Idiot. "24 words. Probably could have gone with fucking idiot.
Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like.
I think the Forgotten Forest is on the next floor
Bad
up.
soil? Don't tell Mother.
The landed families of Tethia.
Boot prints on the table.
A ledger detailing the lineage of the noble families of Tethia, abruptly cutting off at a date marked the 10 Black Days of Elaine. Looping hand-drawn diagrams pick up below, tracing tenuous connections between names. Cramped alongside, a note in the same hand. If Jaheira won't trace her roots, then I will.
I know. It's not a very good code.
Just wants a hug.
We've read that one. Mysterious Moonshay. This book gives pompous but informative insight into Moonshay Isles, an archipelago located west of the Sword Coast. One excerpt reads, Koname, a queen of the swollen-muscled giants called Fomorians, found her way to the Moonshay Island of Oman. Along with her loyal kin, she proceeded to conquer Oman. In this author's humble opinion, the continued transgression of the Feywild, such as Koname's incursion into our realm, is a slight upon a rational thinker's pride. The duty should fall to capable individuals to boat or fly or swim, so long as they move, to Oman and any such Fey-infested place, and rebuke this impertinence with great verve and vigour. This author was later found dead on the island of Oman. Jessam.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court?
One of such evident breeding as I, of House Fluffington, needs no formal announcement.
Sir Fluffington, an honour to host you in my manor.
Jessam discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jaheira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryon curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like, Felices. Bad soil?
Serve Jaheira well now, sir.
Oh, I intend
and
to.
I'll consider granting you a title in my kingdom.
This city reeks of evil.
What are we reading now?
Jaheira is possessed of noble taste in company. You must be a fine servant indeed.
Such authority.
Milady?
Just trimmed you.
Yes?
That's why it was confusing, dummy.
Peaceful for the moment.
Go on. The longer you take, Mother dear, the more of your plants will be dead when you get back.
Was that a threat?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Maybe I need more pockets.
Coming along nicely there.
Is Fig still out here? Yes. No?
It was just like the one I stole.
They're both here.
When I was your age.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Commander!
Spare me your salutes, little traitor. You walked me right into that ambush.
Sorry, Commander. You are my commander, but Jord promised me pies.
Huh. I can't fault your priorities. You'll look after them for me?
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine. Commanders put me in charge. On your way, citizen.
Watch your elders and learn.
Good. You'll need to learn more than just the half of
All quiet, Commander.
She said calmly.
Commanders put me in.
Looking ahead.
This house must be so weird if you don't have Minsk and Jaheira.
What's up for discussion?
No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
Boo is also very well. And happy to see you, Ryan.
And I him. Enough that I'll let him keep his lumbering, sweaty steed inside. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
Prayer? There are refugees outside the walls. They'll need protection.
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers on our trail. One even went so far as to steal my face.
Huh. All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
Thank you for looking out for her. Now bring her back alive. She's too old for any heroic death nonsense.
Sword at my side and
Sure thing.
Dummy. But it's arms. Just want some hug.
That's right. Losing, dummy.
Minsk would have a word. That word is hello.
I hear you've been causing Mother some trouble.
You hear that?
Remember what I told you about causing Mother trouble?
There was talk of your hammer, and Minsk's head as the anvil.
Good boy. Just remember, Fig has always wanted a hamster.
Boo would be proud to join such a warrior in battle. But Minsk would be dead. You are heard and understood, Ryan.
You see the gears turning again. Oh yes, Boo would be proud. Wait. Jaheira raises someone that is just like her, but also over her shit. Yeah.
Just like the one I saw
Whatever it
from
takes.
Mum when I was your age. I take it you won't be coming back to us until all of this is done? So hurry up. I take it you won't be coming...
Alright, that's all we get, I think. Unless there's like another Minsk line.
Sleeps in my boot.
You can't agree with how he's talking.
I hear you.
There was
Good.
Boo would be, but
Minsk would be dead.
Can't give up now.
Okay.
Never wanted the easy path.
What's upstairs? And then what's in the hideout?
Seems simple enough.
Throw me out.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
peaceful for them.
The Forgotten Forest. A dark children's picture book featuring a host of animal friends helping one another survive a forbidden forest. At just the moments where it seems the villains have the advantage, a childish hand has drawn a cranky old elven woman beating them about the head with a stick.
Don't tell Mum.
Yeah. There's another kid? There's another kid!
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look, not dead. I just had a few adventures. Like,
I freed a pixie from a magic lamp. She was awful. Or she tried to kill me. One or two. The others aren't as fun, but one or two are both fun. We like... We are even. I'll go with she tried to kill me. I think it's funny to call her out in front of her children.
never planning on letting that go, are you?
No. Oh, we can do multiple. Very good, very good. I freed a pixie from a magic lamp. She was awful.
Really?
Really?
Now, Cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin.
Huh.
Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
This Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
I already did. I'm good at this shit, remember?
Jaheira's back. Now Jess can't boss me around anymore.
I imagine she still
Life
could.
is simple, and so is Minsk.
Jaheira's back. Now Jess can't boss...
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
You owe me a proper story. A long one.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Well, now we're out of kids. A stunningly rendered doodle of a young elven girl sitting on a throne. Faint eraser marks indicate that her crown got more jeweled and elaborate with every iteration. Queen Jessem I of Tethir, ruling over the lands of... Huh? Look up Tethir. Yeah, Tate would be the one mentioned in the mailbox, that's true. Because the other younger ones are girls, and that was about a young boy. How many bedrooms? I guess Jaheira has not needed a bed here lately. Note that she's still staying in the elf song with us.
Those leaves are a little darker than...
Oh my word. Jaheira, this isn't a basement. This is a fucking hag cave. What did you just call me? No, the cave. Pay
no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
We trust her.
Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, Better to stick close, eh? The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
You know this place, Boo. Minsk has never been invited.
Postmaster Badger? And messenger rats.
I should speak up.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I'm training new ones.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But Boss doesn't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
There's been killings in a holy place. Stinks of incense and blood.
Do what must be done.
Oh, she can't speak. Right.
Let's move.
Let us show them how it's done.
Archdruid, it's good to have you home. The new informants are coming along.
There's been killings in a holy place.
Down by the... Boss says...
Oh.
Boss says this work makes us honorary harlots, harpies. Ooh, sounds nice.
Not quite.
I did not nibble at the body, no matter how much I wanted to.
Gnomes. Gnomes.
Well, these
Let's
rats
get
are
going.
nicer than the ones at the Act 1 Druid Sanctuary.
Time to press ahead.
Now that we've spoken to all of her kids, do we have anything to ask her about them?
The cub speaks. Ask it.
No. Here we are, heavy chest. Ooh, always take green grapes.
Open up. Trap. Be cautious. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Sorry, Jahira, but I'm disarming all of this. Yeah, Jahira talking to rats would be Jahira getting information. The Harpers. They're a secretive organization whose main purpose is the preservation of all things good and right in the world. They outfox evil at every turn, with shrewd fighting or cunning political maneuver, and though they are not well organized, how could they be, with many members utterly ignorant of the identity of those they might claim as allies, they are united in purpose and goal. One Harper agent deployed correctly in a conflict often achieves the same result as a loosed army.
Can hardly feel the spinning.
That sounds like Harper propaganda, Jahira. I don't know about that. popular novel, thin and cheaply made, dramatizing the events of the Baalspawn crisis. Jaheira appears to have added her own annotations, variously amused and outraged at the more egregious flights of fancy. That may be a reference to the Baldur's Gate novelizations, which are notoriously terrible. Dramatizing the adventures of the Baalspawn and Athkatla after the defeat of Sarevok Anchev. Early chapters have been defaced and some even torn out. This is from him. Hang on, let's get his voice real quick. Where is his quote bank?
I don't want to seem confrontational, but could you be a little less, evil? Please, Jaheira, you needn't be so... Oh.
And then if Jaheira dies...
Jaheira! No! No!
He doesn't have a lot of voice quotes talking to her. Anyway. Since you've forbidden the writing of poems, I had to get creative this year. I tracked down a retired Cormyrian war wizard with the magical method of transferring mental imagery to parchment. The art is imperfect and perhaps better suited to espionage than name-day gifts. With all my love, and from a safe distance, Khalid. Beneath the note, a small inked picture of a smiling couple. Their mouths gape far too widely, their joints twisting ever so slightly, but beneath distorted brows, you can just about make up a much younger Jaheira and a bearded man wearing a Harper pin. Yeah, so Khalid, Jaheira's husband in the first Baldur's Gate game, one of the worst party members, I think I've said before. The traditional method of dealing with Khalid was to lock him in a room and remove him from the party so that he couldn't approach you, because if he approached you after you removed him, Jaheira would leave. So you'd put him in a room and get rid of him so that you could keep her and lose him. Because he was a fighter in 2nd edition D&D with 15 strength. Which doesn't work. There's something in his trivia about how he was originally meant to be a fighter mage or a fighter something else, and that's why his stats are fucked, because he has 15 strength, 16 dexterity, 15 intelligence. No fighter needs 15 intelligence. But yeah, he's a timid, stuttering sort of man who meant to contrast Jaheira's fieriness. But he dies between Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2, so nobody in this house would have met him. He wouldn't be a part of her current family. She would have found and raised these kids much later. But he was a half-elf like her, so if he had not have died, he probably would have lived to this era. Anyway. In the novels, Jaheira is killed off. Yeah, exactly. Like, they took a lot of liberties in those novels. The novels do not follow the games at all. They're very bad. They're very bad. They're very bad. But, yeah. So it's probably a reference to that. Yeah, in the original... Actually, you know what? There might be something here. If they're doing, like, Jaheira memorabilia memento stuff... I wonder if there's a necklace here. Shame I can't reach that burlap sack, but anyway. I wonder if there is a necklace somewhere here. There's more to this sanctuary, because we can get past this bookcase.
A couple turns should do it.
Jaheira, why do you need a hidden room in your hidden room?
Keen eye. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me.
I also hide all my worthless things behind secret doors.
It should be no surprise to you that Harpers like to hold their secrets close. Whether there is sense in it or not. On my word, all you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman.
Jaheira, our friend has put their trust in us. Boo thinks it is only right to return the gesture, no?
You so rarely make a habit of being right, Ranger, that it puts me ill at ease when you are. Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old Harper thinks worth hiding away.
There's gonna be a necklace in here. One of the perks of Siege of Dragonspear, which was the Enhanced Editions expansion, so it was written in 2016, long after the original games, is that they did a bit more character stuff, because Baldur's Gate 2 had a fair amount of character stuff, but Baldur's Gate 1 really didn't. Your companions joined you, and then they were silent for the rest of the game, except for their battle lines. So Khalid, being dead in Baldur's Gate 2, didn't really have much characterization beyond those little voice lines. Until Siege of Dragonspear, where they gave him this wonderful quest where he says, it's Jaheira and I, it's our anniversary, and I would like to make her something. And you get a full quest to find, like, a gemstone and other, like, things. It takes you a while to do while you're busy dealing with this horrible crisis. You're also just scavenging for stuff so that Khalid can handcraft a necklace for his wife. And it turns into a magic item for her. It's not very good, I don't think, at least not in that game, but because of the way Baldur's Gate works with enhanced editions, you can, I believe, if you play the full saga, you can have that crafted for Jaheira and then import it into Baldur's Gate 2 and carry it with her for the rest of the series. Which is funny, because Baldur's Gate 2 came out more than a decade before that extra expansion, but still, with the enhanced edition and patching, they were able to make it work. Anyway, Rite of the Timeless Body. Now, why the hell? That's like a druid or a monk thing where you don't die, you stop aging. I think it's a bit late, Jaheira. A confused spread of cryptic symbols cobbled together by the same hand, seemingly over years. Neat notations impose order on the chaotic sketches, describing some manner of druidic ritual. Its purpose unclear, and its practice incomplete.
Rite of the Timeless Body. What's that about? I best ask Jaheira.
Hey, Jaheira, were you going for immortality at one point? Why would she want to... You know what? It's not vanity. It's not stopping aging. If she wants to live forever, it will be because she's a fucking workaholic.
The cub speaks.
I found a strange scroll in your sanctuary. Something about a timeless body? Yes, well, there's always more crises and shit to do. I simply don't have any time to rest. Dying, that would just get in the way.
The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. In greener days, I might have been strong enough to do it. I might be yet, with the right preparations.
That's amazing. What can I do to help?
Do not look at me like that. I have been content to see the span of my natural years. A privilege far too few in this world can claim. I do not speak of clinging to life for its own sake, I just...
What'd I say?
Look back on that life's work and I wonder... Is it done? The dead three plague the world still. The city still falls prey to small minds like Gortash or lost souls like Orin. It is every Harper's hope to be a light that drives out darkness. But I've lived long enough to see so many of those lights burn out, while the shadows cling stubbornly on. Knowing that, isn't it our duty to burn on if we can? To fight for as long as we are able?
Minsk does not understand the question. You will live forever, Jahira.
Of course I will, Berserker. And you will sprout soft and golden locks from that shining skull.
Get over yourself, Harper. No one person can fix the world. I'm gonna say that to her. Fuck it. I say it with love, but my god.
Well answered. In truth, I had put this ritual from my mind. Until last light. Trapped in that darkness. I turned to my research again. What if I was a little stronger? As fast as I once had been. Then you came. And made the question moot. But I kept this. Just in case, I told myself. A final resort. Perhaps you were not the savior you seemed. I had learned better than to think of life as some simple tale after all. There is no guarantee of happy endings. Or true heroes. I believe that still. But when I look on all that we have achieved since, I wonder perhaps it is not heroes we need. Only people who are willing to try. I do not know what manner of story that makes. But I do know that without an ending, it would be no story at all. So I will accept mine. When and however it comes. As for this city story, well, that is entirely your problem now, Cub.
You're not off the hook that easily, Jahira. I want you around for a long time yet.
I have no plans to lie down and die. Well, perhaps a little lying down when all of this is done. But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet. And besides, you still have a tadpole in your skull. You are almost certainly going to die first.
Thanks for the reminder. We could take the ritual notes. Belm. Mark of the Karaturan Forge Master adorns the pommel of this exquisite sword. Light as a robin's wing, quick as gnomish wit, this weapon has unseamed many foes and will continue to in the correct hands. And the Staff of the Ram. Once per turn, the blow possibly knocks a foe back and stuns them. Yeah, but you wouldn't be using this as a whacking stick. I guess a monk might. We'll take them, but I don't think they suit our builds. But the Belm and Staff of the Ram are...
Jaheira's old weapons.
Yes.
They look strong as ever. Minsk should know. They gave him many bruises over the years.
Weapons from the original games that are generally advised to be given to Jaheira if you have her. Depending on her build, obviously you wouldn't give her a staff and a scimitar, but... they're associated enough. Alright. It's gotta be in here. If it's anything else, I'll be stunned. This is going to be a necklace, and it's going to be called either the Gift or Jaheira's Gift. I can't remember. I think the quest was called the Gift, but the item might have been called Jaheira's Gift. Or Gift to Jaheira. Something like that. The word gift is going to be in the name of the necklace. Khalid's Gift. Okay, no, that makes sense for this game. Because in that game, you had Khalid with you giving it to her. In this game, Khalid is a memory. Khalid's Gift. While wearing Khalid's Gift, Jaheira cannot be cursed. Wisdom, +1, up to 21. And we get Khalid's Gift Aid. No different from standard aid, I don't believe. Her 19 Wisdom is designed for her to wear this. Now, what we have her wearing...
I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me.
Of course.
Nature's servant awaits.
I don't think there's really any question there.
At least things have stayed interesting.
The only thing that is a little bit stretchy there is the fact that she wouldn't have it on her. But from a video game perspective, having it be something that you find and earn makes very good sense for us. But realistically, narratively, she would put that on when she went out to fight. Because, like, if you say, oh, well, she wanted to keep it here to keep it safe in case it was cut off of her. Right, but then why come in here and pick it up now? You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna use that to explain why it's in the cupboard when we arrive, then that also, unfortunately, makes it very strange that we would take it with us. So it's kind of just a video game convenience here that it works this way, but...
The cub speaks.
Can we not ask her about Khalid?
Ask it.
Yes! About that amulet I found in your house. Good.
Oh dear. Should I brace myself for some fashion advice? But I suppose you have earned better than glibness from me. It was a gift from my husband Khalid. He was a harper. A better one than me, truth be told. Any idiot can swing a sword, but to believe in the cause with the whole of your heart, a much trickier thing. He died. Alone. In pain. And far too young. Murdered by a mage who craved immortality. I'll not grant it by naming him in the same breath as my husband.
Good roll, please. That's not a good roll. But that is. Recall what you know of Khalid.
The quiet, unassuming shadow to Jaheira's strength, Khalid was another warrior who helped end the Balspawn crisis. Shortly after, he was murdered by the mad mage John Irenicus.
Tell me something about him no one else knows.
I've never known a warrior to go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose, most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was quiet to a fault. And when we were married, on an upturned cart in the rainy Dalelands, he stammered so much. I've never been sure if our vows actually counted.
So that was slightly bugged there. I note in the dialogue history that the first two lines are actually reversed. I think that's why it cut. I think it played the lines in the wrong order, and because it played... and thus it played the longer line with the shorter one's timing, and that's why it cut. Because it says here, most harpers swagger and flash their feathers to catch your attention. Khalid was of a quieter sort. Not only that, but also there's a discrepancy between the text and her voice there. She said Khalid was quiet to a fault. I'm not sure where the error in that process, because there's a lot of places where the error could be there. The error could be in the text. The error could be in the voice director. The error could be in the script that Tracy Wiles received when she read it. The error could be that it was changed after she wrote it, but it wasn't re-recorded. The error could be that she read the sentence and then said the wrong words and nobody noticed. Any of those things could have happened at any point along the stretch between the writing of that line, the recording of that line, and the implementation of that line. But that was interesting. But yeah, the second one there is the one it played first. I've never known a warrior who would go so far out of his way to avoid a fight, which meant the few he chose were usually the right ones. And that's the end of that got cut because of the issue. Thankfully, the third line was fine, because that was very well delivered. Yeah, that's one of Khalid's things was a persistent stammer, which you heard when I played some of his quotes. He sounds like he had true strength. He did.
Oh, I'm sure time and an aging mind has smoothed out a few of his flaws. But he was a good man. The songs make much of Khalid's meekness. The quiet little harper who had to keep a tight hold on his courage, but he had it when it counted. And more than that, he had compassion. When you live a harper's life, see all that a harper sees, that is by far the harder thing to hold on to. But a bard can tell you all the rest. As for all the things they cannot, well, I shall just have to keep those for myself.
Yeah, that probably would. You cannot, absolutely cannot pursue Jaheira while Khalid is alive. You can romance Jaheira in Baldur's Gate 2, but the reason why that happened is because she is now single. And her romance is very like the writing of that is very careful not to dismiss Khalid. He wasn't a popular character, but you don't shit all over him and date when you date Jaheira, or else she will she will get mad and you will not be dating Jaheira.
Can't slow down.
She starts the game off in direct mourning because her and Minsk both. That's why they're close. It's because they both lost the person that they were with in the first game at the start of the second game, thanks to Irenicus. Baldur's Gate 2 has some similarities to Borderlands 2 and World War 2 in that the primary drive of the heroic figures in all three are, God, I really want to kill that one evil bastard. I think that's it. So yeah, that, if we count all of that as Jaheira's house, that took an hour and a half. I remind you that I was, staring at it at the end of last stream, saying, I've got 15 minutes, should I go in? And I didn't. But yeah, Ryan and Jord are frankly tough enough to fight, I would say. But interestingly, what class are you? Because you've got Wisdom 20, but everything else is a bit lower. Whereas Jord is supposedly the Druid, but he's got Strength 20. I don't know, their stats are weird, but they have health. You weren't thinking about all the talking. Sure. Let's look at this tiny little section here. And actually, I should maybe look at the dock there that's in front of it. Yeah, Jordan and Rion look like they should be the opposite. You're right. This guy's name is Twitch Broven.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can help you. I'm not fit for service.
What kind of service did you do before you were unfit?
Please, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm just looking for a little quiet.
Right. Healer Silbert.
He's a lovely man, Simon, but he's seen better days. Please, try not to disturb him.
His name's Broven, not Simon.
Recovery is a hard journey. The hardest. It needs a controlled environment. I'm sure you're lovely. But you see, strangers, it's difficult. You understand?
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
As you were, citizen.
We'll get to them soon enough. Pantella's in a mood. Don't get in that fist way when she's in a mood.
I will talk to her immediately.
These common folk need to learn to respect authority. Good thing I'm happy to teach them.
You should not be a fist.
Even before they got those big metal bruisers, the fists were obnoxious. But now...
But I made his livery. I swear, this fist is just trying to provoke me, but I'm not going to fall for it.
Really? Why do you look so irritated then?
Think I'll just sit back and rest my weary limbs while these angry youngsters sort matters out.
Sensible. Her personality makes the fist the exact job she wants, yes, but not one that she should have. What we want isn't always what's best for the people around us. For example, I want to be a billionaire. But that wouldn't help anyone else, would it?
What's in here?
Peer review. We are pleased to inform you that your thesis on the study of the representation of deep gnomes in mid-century drow literature has been approved for publication pending the below changes. 36 pages of annotations follow. You're not wanted here. I don't know what you think gives you the right to set up shop in our fine city, but Baldur's Gate doesn't want you here. Go back to the Underdark or the Absolute or wherever it is you come from and stop bringing your mind flayer nonsense into our city.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
Somebody wanted to lodge a complaint. Havkelag's notes. Havkelag.
What's that?
All of my hypotheses are just that. Theories and no more, unless I can test them under controlled conditions. I need a viable Githyanki egg. Funny story, our Githyanki egg is currently in the camp chest because it was in Lae'zel's inventory. And her inventory is not with her right now. I need a viable Githyanki egg. I must acquire one somehow, or Havkelag is not a serious researcher, just a mere intellectual dilettante. If you give the Society the egg, this place is a slaughterhouse?
Could they be myconids in the undersea?
Please do not move the painting from the attic. Whoever previously did so, your actions trapped the professor in the hidden room, an experience he is not keen to repeat. Right, but would that let me in? Dearest Enrahel, I think you knew this was coming. If you find this note, I've already gone. I tried everything you suggested, but the call of the Graven Hollow Library grew too strong. I know you'll be angry with me, but I know that underneath that anger will be worry, so I'm writing to tell you don't worry about me. I trust in the library to guide my way. After all, what better visitor can I have than one whose intent is pure as mine? And what are we if not explorers of the vast knowledge of the Underdark? Oh, how I wish I could have convinced you to come with me. But failing that, know that I am fully intent on returning to you in one piece. I won't ask you to wait for me, I only carry the hope in my heart that you will. With all my love, Dunil. You tried giving them the egg because the egg keeper was worried about the captain destroying it, right? And it didn't work out then, did it?
Softer than a whisper.
Oh, well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. Don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly.
No, definitely not.
Oh, I miss my spores. I tried eating some toadstools I got from bone cloaks, but no good. Just made me consummated.
When is this fucker gonna turn around?
But I made a delivery to the docks just yesterday.
Sorry, citizen.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
I'm jealous of blokes.
Very well.
There's Havkalag.
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you?
So I shouldn't say two here. Look, the Society of Brilliance. It looks like a library to me.
I assure you, we are as well provisioned an institution as any other you'll find in this city. We simply prefer to keep our wealth away from areas of study. One must stay humble in order to achieve true academic rigor.
What's wrong with your face? Why do you look half dragonborn? I'd like to join you.
A most intelligent impulse. But I'm afraid it simply isn't possible. New memberships are on hold for as long as those wretched absolutists are banging on the city gates. It does, however, give you plenty of time to prepare your admission thesis. A brisk 30,000 words should be more than sufficient. Was there anything else?
I met two of your researchers in the Underdark, Blurg and Omiloom.
A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them.
I saw Blurg, I didn't see Omiloom. I met an expeditioner claiming to work for you. She sought a Githyanki egg.
Yes, dear Lady Esther. One of our most reliable contractors.
Not anymore.
Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. I don't suppose you've stumbled across any Githyanki eggs during your travels. The Society will compensate you for any we purchase, of course.
What are you going to do with it?
Study it, of course. The Githyanki have been a source of great debate in the Society circles in recent months. You are no doubt aware that citizens of the Underdark are held in great suspicion by those who live above ground. Many believe us to be evil. The Githyanki face similar prejudice, but I believe if hatched in a less violent, more intellectually stimulating environment, the child can overcome its evil predispositions.
What does this intellectually stimulating upbringing look like?
In the literal sense, I will need to induce the egg to hatch via the application of certain currents to the creature inside. Once out of the shell, I plan to take a twofold approach. The enforced repetition of sound, moral principle from the Patarian Code, alongside a series of psionic pulses administered to the cerebral tissue. Assuming I can accelerate its growth, I should have conclusive findings within a year or two at the most.
So you're planning to torture the child for a year?
The child will be a better individual after my treatment than it ever would have been had it been raised in its natural environment. Any suffering it endures will therefore be worth it. For the child, perhaps for the whole of civilized society. My findings could change the perception of Githyanki and the peoples of the Underdark for generations to come.
And if your experiment fails?
If the child remains evil after the experiment is concluded, it will be destroyed. Such is the fate of all you specimens. Now, I'm eager to get started. So will you sell me the egg?
This experiment is barbaric. You're never getting the egg.
Then I will source another subject, and the experiment will be completed without your involvement. Progress may be delayed, but I assure you, it can never be stopped. My theory are significant.
Where's that scroll of disintegrate? Lorlario.
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Dangerous for certain.
Next, I just need to interview somebody who speaks classical Meanlock.
Never heard of it, sorry. Why do you have the invasion plans documents on your table?
A collection of Underdark delicacies, a salve for the homesick, and food for the intellectually curious.
Yes, we can stop his progress via murder. We won't, but we could.
There's a distinctly Netherese taint to the air in this city. Everyone will want spores.
Sorry, what's that about a Netherese taint? To our esteemed colleague of the Society, your invitation to present our work at the Lodge was gratefully received. A full response will be forthcoming once I've had the opportunity to consult with my colleague Omeloon. In the meantime, please consider this note a tentative acceptance with thanks for your interest. I look forward to speaking in person. Kind regards, Blurg.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Why can't a man be passionate about mineral ores?
Correspondence from Lady Esther. Dear Master Havkalag, I trust this letter finds you in the best of health and spirits. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lady Esther, a fervent explorer of the world's mysteries and a dedicated enthusiast of the Sword Coast's wonders. The purpose of my correspondence today is to share with you a most thrilling discovery, namely that I have located an active Githyanki Crèche right here in Faerun. Exciting news, as I am sure you will agree. However, the path to this discovery was arduous indeed, and I find that I am rather depleted both in moral reserve and supplies. I am sure that someone in your esteemed position is quite familiar with the difficulty involved in infiltrating such a place, and I humbly beseech you to send forth the advance of coin that I may complete your most noble mission. I eagerly await your response, and I hope that you will honour my humble request in the service of your seminal work. Yours faithfully, Lady Esther.
Time to press ahead.
That's the lady who originally asked for the egg. We murdered her.
With a flick of the wrist.
And then a jump step to the right. Yeah.
Best get in and out. What path lies before me?
Delver Den.
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace.
You will copy-paste the text of the book that doesn't exist because I didn't give Esther the egg? Okay.
Must get back to my plans and diagrams. I'm so close to a solution.
Over here we have Professor Limeleech and we have Blurg, but we don't have Umalum. Oh, but Umalum teleports in, doesn't he?
Once I publish my paper proving that it's hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
I don't know that you're correct about that, Limeleech.
Oh, I should get to work on my acceptance speech for the Society Research Prize.
A study of ores. A curiously passionate collection of research notes about ores. Of most surprise to me is the above-grounder's enthusiasm for gold and silver. Such metals have neither the practical benefits of mithril nor the astonishing properties of Hizagkur, and yet are coveted as if they were the output of Moradin's own forge. Either the above-grounders are deluded or they're onto something. Only one way to find out. I have acquired some samples for testing. For now, these are stored in a private room, but should they prove to be as valuable as the denizens of the world above would ever think, I suppose I shall have to transfer them to an even more secure location.
I'm jealous of Blurg's towering.
Sorry, why is there a tadpole here? Mine now.
Never wanted the easy path.
On the origins of evil. Demons, devils, mind flayers, drow, githyanki. What do such creatures have in common? Conventional wisdom suggests that it is that
Thievery has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully.
I heard this thief's already been caught.
You've been given the benefit of the doubt this.
Conventional wisdom suggests that it is that quality we call evil. But how wise is this really? After all, scrape one layer beneath the surface and one finds that there are other common denominators, perhaps far more common to the individual experience than the ill-defined notion of evil. The following pages seem to detail various arguments for the origins of evil, finding its root in generational suffering, the gods, the self, and the environment, but settle on no firm conclusions. Lastly, we have The Pronunciation of Common for Monstrous Species, a guide for pedagogues.
Here we go.
A guide for teachers and the most effective ways to teach the pronunciation of common to monstrous species. Introduction, a methodical approach to the acquisition of oral fluency. Chapter 1, basic rules of phonics, vowels, combining consonants, practice exercises, further guidance, and species-specific challenges. Alright, now let's read this one that we don't have. So this is a book detailing what happens if you give the Githyanki egg to Lady Esther. I have named him Ptaris in honor of the Ptarian code under which he will be raised. We have concocted a means to accelerate his growth that we might condense our learnings into a shorter time period and yield quick results before the season's end. The child seems to have taken well to the doctrine that is his namesake. He learns fast, with diligence, attentiveness, and fierce hunger. I wonder if this is the, No, actually, this looks like a factory. So that'd be Umberlee's. This might be the Steel Watch. Where does that leave the fucking Sharans? They must be somewhere up there. Because there's nothing else except these two buildings this way, so all we have left is this corner. So the Sharans have to be up there if they're not underground. They might be underground, maybe they're in the sewers. But if they have a proper building, it'll have to be that way. Anyway. He learns fast with diligence, attentiveness, and fierce hunger. I dare say he is the best student I've ever seen in all regards but one. He has a certain rigidity when it comes to interpreting the rules of the code. For example, the other day I squashed a rat in his quarters, and Ptaris immediately struck me with a blow to the face. When asked why he had done this, he replied, "Rule number 5, honor and protection to the lesser species." But Ptaris, I reasoned, the rat was simply vermin. The Gith child replied, "First one rat, then the entire species. You did not follow the code. I had no response to this that would satisfy him. My notes languish, but with reason. Ptaris' appetite for learning is ferocious, and I'm struggling to keep up. I begin to fear for him. He is obsessive, his indoctrination perhaps now too successful. My own injuries are a testament to the vehemence with which he upholds the code. He believes himself to be absolutely good, but any onlooker would be able to see that this is not the case. He is violent, compulsive, dare I say it, dangerous. But what is still not clear to me is whether this is a result of his own self or his Githyanki nature. Gee, buddy, do you think it might have something to do with you? We'll speak to Blurg.
I'd make a fine prince surgeon.
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been?
Since like December.
Well, I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else.
Where is Omalum?
In the field seeking further subjects for study, though it has been gone for longer than I anticipated. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeluum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since. I admit,
that was stupid.
I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress.
Hey Minsk, Jahira, did I tell you I made a friend? A mind flayer friend? A second mind flayer? Technically Omalum was the first one, the Emperor was the second. I'll track Omalum down. Where were they headed? I don't like that pronoun.
Omeluum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls, and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute.
Oh, do you fucking think?
I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeluum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path.
Mm-hmm. Anything to trade?
Naturally. The Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy.
Right, so Blurg isn't here if the Society's dead. We've read those books. He's got some money. Let's sell our wares. Don't think the shop is worth buying from.
Your tadpole's stasis is a most curious area of study. I will have much to share with Omeluum upon its return. Of course, I should get back.
We picked up lots of stuff for the Underdark. Presents to you the same inventory as Act 1. So, Omelum. And we have a marker. Doesn't look like it.
Your tadpoles.
Is he going?
Omelum believed I had the why that Omelum is most likely safe. Of course.
The city walls. Well, anyway, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the lodge. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's any more, like, ladders up. Or... Is there a hatch down anywhere?
Research on the surface stops during what they call night.
Did I go down there? No. Painting in the attic, you're right.
Can't a man be passionate about mineral ores?
But is there a ladder down here? Because there's a room down there. But maybe that is the secret room. What the fuck? Oh, a magical journey. Right.
Come on, open up.
Remember, it's in the back of the throat.
There's not a lot in here, though. There's, like, gold ingots you can take if you want money, but I can't be bothered dealing with the weight of them.
Why can't a man be passionate about mineral ores?
I think we've read the goblin poems. I think we've read books about Merkel. And we've definitely read about hags. Oh, here's a thing. This is just cruel, game. Just for that, I'm stealing that painting. Actually, I don't want it. I don't know where it went. Somewhere in my inventory. There it is. Okay. That is the Society of Brilliance Lodge. Which leaves us now with this path along the left side of the city. I'm going to take my break, though. I'm going to get something to eat. I will be back. And then we will head either north or south towards the west. I don't know. But thank you for the follow, but I will be back in 10-15 minutes.
Those clanking great steel watchers. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says. It was just a pebble.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones. Should be at home with their loved ones.
You will be. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
My hope helps with every day. City should be for proper folk who earn their crust.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
When we'd have a pillory in the wine, small enough even for street shops like you. Perhaps Lord Cortesh will revive that grand tradition.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it
Probably
comes.
dead in an alley or drunk in a tavern.
All these people.
Gutting fish, is he?
They should be at home with their loved ones.
Corner. Nothing surprised me with your kind.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
When I'm
Peaceful for the moment.
correct.
For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
You may venture where he pleases. You make mine very good. And do not forget it.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one
A
when it
man
comes.
cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by juvenile thugs.
It was just a pebble.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldur. Horsecack.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
More than just the half of things. I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter
agree with how he's talking to a child. It's out of order.
My shot's pilfered every day by runts like him. City should be for proper folk who earn their crust.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one.
There was a time when we'd have a pillory in the wild. Small enough even for street pups like you. Perhaps
It's peaceful,
will revive
isn't
that
it?
grand.
Nothing else to do but browbeat this one.
When it comes.
Let him run amok. No lesson heeded. I doubt his father did this. Probably dead in an alley.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Nothing would surprise me with your kind.
I don't care you threw a bloody boulder at you. That's out of line.
All these people should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one.
Go when I'm through with you, little brat.
Now move. Go back to the other city. Why are you here anyway?
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
There was just
But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Now they threw me out.
All these people
A man cannot
should be
stroll
at
a
home with their
thoroughfare
loved
without being
ones.
assaulted by juvenile tusks.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful
It
for
was
the
just a
moment.
pebble.
But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Sulking. I have to teach myself in secret
You wish to
now.
choke me to death?
Mum didn't want
Perhaps
to
look my
force me
birth
into
off.
the same
They should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Ruining this city.
But for how
No
long?
crime.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
All these people they should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful.
breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Keep the city peaceful, my arse.
Just the sort he'll deal
All these people
You will be.
they should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you.
Here, here.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the
Can't
moment.
agree with how he's talking to a child.
For how
It's
long?
out of order.
The only moment
My shot's
you're
pilfered
living in
every
is
day
this
by
one.
runts like him.
Worry about the
City
next
should
one
be
when
for
it
proper
comes.
folk who earn their crust.
Good.
But I made it
All
live.
these people
Than just the hearts of things.
they should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
There was a time when we'd have a pillory in the wild. Small enough even for street pups like you.
Worry about the next one
Perhaps
when it
Lord
comes.
Cortesh will revive that grand tradition.
I won't do it again. I swear.
Don't you have nothing
All
else to
these
do but
people
browbeat this poor? They.
they should be at home with their loved ones.
Let
Look
him
around
run
you.
amok. No lesson
It's peaceful,
heeded.
isn't it?
I
Peaceful
doubt
for the
his father
moment.
to discipline him. Probably
For how
dead in an
long?
alley
The
or
only
drunk in a
moment you're
cellar.
living in is this one.
No, he won't.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
I'm sure. Gutting fish, is he? Or perhaps he works the street corner. Nothing would surprise me with your
All
kind.
these people
I don't care. I threw a bloody
they
boulder
should be at
at
home
you.
with their loved
That's
ones.
out of line.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
A man cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being
The only
assaulted by
moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it
It was
comes.
just a pebble.
Just a pebble! A pebble could take out an eye, make a tooth, enter an open mouth, block a gullet.
Should be at home with their loved
You wish
ones.
to choke me to
Look
death?
around you.
Perhaps looped by birds.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
It was just a tiny stone bounced off
The
your
only
rug, not a
moment you're
ballistic
living
bolt.
in is this one.
Throw me out.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
All these people. Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one
I
when
suppose
it
your mother
comes.
squeezed out a whole litter just like you, filling the damn city to the brim like a slop bucket.
All these people.
Lord Gortash warns us.
Should be at
Just
home
the
with
sort
their
he'll
loved ones.
feel.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't
You
it?
will be
Peaceful for the
once
moment.
ordered is restored.
For how long?
Here, here.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Surely you can't agree with how he's
Worry about the
talking to
next
a
one when it
child.
comes.
Those clanking great steel watchers. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
There was a time when we have a pillory in the wild, small enough even for street pups like you. Perhaps Lord Portash will revive that grand
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it
Doubt
comes.
his father's disappeared. Probably dead in an alley or drunk in a tavern.
No, he was. At the docks.
Gutting fishes.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Street corner. Nothing would surprise me with your
It's peaceful, isn't
I
it?
don't care.
Peaceful for the
Bloody
moment.
Baldur at you. That sounds of life.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Throw me out. I laughed. There was just more to be learnt elsewhere.
All these people. Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the
You've
moment.
had your say, now clear off.
For how long?
Go back to the other
The
city.
only moment you're living in is this one.
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. It is you who must march where he goes.
Talk straight. All these people.
Just looking.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one.
What the city is coming.
Worry about the next
A
one
man
when it
cannot
comes.
stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by
It was just a pebble.
All these people.
A pebble could take
Should be
out
at
an
home
eye,
with their loved
break a
ones.
tooth,
Look around
enter
you.
an open mouth and block
It's
a gullet.
peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Choke me to death.
For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when
Tiny
it
stone
comes.
bounced off your rug, not a ballistic bolt.
Precisely the attitude that is ruining this city. No time,
All
no
these
discipline,
people.
no consequences.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it? The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Just a I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter just like you, filling the damn city to the brim like a
All these
slop
people.
bucket.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you.
Just the sort he'll
It's
be.
peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
You will
For how long?
once
The
ordered.
only
My shop's pilfered every day by rugs like him. City should be for proper folk who earn
Around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
There was a time when we'd have a pillory in the wild, small enough even for street fucks like you.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldur. Horsecack!
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Nothing else to do but browbeat this boy.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Doubt father's disappeared. Probably dead in an alley.
You should be at home with your loved
Gutting
ones.
fish, is he?
Look around you.
Perhaps he works a street corner.
peaceful,
Nothing
isn't it?
surprised me with your cut.
Peaceful for the moment.
I don't care if I threw a bloody boulder at you. That's out of luck.
All these people. You should be at home with your loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. You must mind when you do, and do not forget it.
All these people. You should be at home with your loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
A man cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by juvenile power.
It was just a pebble.
You should be at home with your loved ones.
Take off an arm.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
It was just a tiny stone bounced off your rock, not a ballista bolt.
Precisely the end. Ruining this city. No crime.
You should be at home with your loved ones.
No consequences.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
I suppose your mother squeezed out only.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the
Just sword yields deal.
The only moment you're living in is this
You
one.
will be.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
Here, here.
Surely you can't agree with how he's talking to a child.
My shop's pilfered every day by rugs like him.
You should be at
City
home
should
with
be
your
for
loved
proper
ones.
folk who earn their crust.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
There was a time when we had a pillory in the wild, small enough even
should
for
be at home
street
with your
fucks
loved
like you.
ones.
Look around you.
Perhaps Lord Gortash
It's
will revive
peaceful,
that
isn't
grand
it?
tradition.
Peaceful for the moment.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Browbeat this boy.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
Let him run amok. No lesson heeded. Doubt father's disappeared. Probably dead in an alley or drunk in a
All
tavern.
these people. You should be at home with your loved ones.
Around you.
Gutting fish.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Keep the city peaceful, my arse.
peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
You can go when I'm through.
You're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it
Go back
comes.
to the upper city. Third time I'm not sure. Why are you here anyway?
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. It is you who must mind where they go.
These people should be at home with their loved ones.
Around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Just wants a hug.
For how long?
And those clanking great steel watches. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says. It was just a pebble.
Should be at home.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
It was just a tiny stone bounced off your roof, not a ballistic bolt.
Precisely the end. Ruining this city.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Throw me out. I lacked these girls need to know just
I suppose your mother squeezed out her litter.
Should be at home with their loved
Filling the
ones.
damn city with rain and after the slop bucket.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Just the sort he'll
The
deal
only
with.
moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next
You
one
will
when it comes.
That's orders. Here, here.
Surely you can't agree with how he's talking to a child. It's out of order.
I shall be killed with every day. The city should be for proper folk. Earn
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Third time I'm not sure on the rocks.
We can't deliver our goods to the docks. Why?
There was a time.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldur. Horsecack.
Perhaps Lord Gortash will
It's
revive
peaceful,
that grand
isn't it?
tradition.
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
No lesson heeded. I doubt his father's discipline. Probably dead in an alley or
All these
drunk in a
people
tavern.
should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Street corner. Nothing can surprise me with your
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
I made a delivery to the docks to Fiesta.
Sorry, citizen. The docks are now a restricted area.
talk straight. Are you real?
All these people should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Oh, keep the city peaceful, my arse.
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. It is you who must mind where they go. And do not
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Now they.
For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Is this what the city is coming to? A man cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Just a pebble.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the
suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter just like you, filling the damn city to the brim.
Isn't it? Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
Just the sort he'll deal.
And those clanking great steel watches. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says.
Surely you can't agree with how he's talking to his child. It's out of order.
My shop's pilfered every day by rugs such as him. City should be for proper folk who earn their crusts.
When we'd have a pillory in the wild, small enough even for street pups like you.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Cortesh will revive that grand tradition.
For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
And what do you propose? Let him run amok. No lesson needed. Doubtless father disappeared. Probably dead in an alley or drunk in a tavern.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldur. Horsecack!
Nothing will surprise me with your kind.
Next one when it comes.
That's out of line.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when
Go
it
when I'm
comes.
through with you, little brat.
Now clear off. Go back to the upper city. Why are you here anyway?
I am a gentleman who may venture where he
They
pleases.
should be at home with their loved ones.
It's peaceful.
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes. Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
was just a
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
You wish to choke me to death? That is my third eye.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you.
I clear the attitude.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
No consequences.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Keep the city peaceful, my arse.
I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter just like you, filling the damn city to the brim.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Lord
Worry
Gortash
about
warns
the
us.
next one when it
Just the
comes.
sort he'll deal with. You will be, once order is restored.
All these people.
Here, here.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
Surely you can't agree with how he's talking to his
It's
child.
peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the
My
moment.
shop's pilfered every day by rugs like him.
The
City
only
should be for
moment you're
proper
living
folk
in
who
is this
earn
one.
their crusts.
Worry about the next one when it comes.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the
When we
moment.
have a pillory in the wild, small enough even for
The only
street pups
moment
like
you're
you.
living in is this one.
Perhaps Lord Gortash will revive that grand tradition.
should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
I said I'm sorry. Can I go now?
You can go when I'm through with you, little brat.
All these people.
See now, clear off.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
I am a gentleman,
isn't it?
who may venture where he pleases. It's you who must mind where I go.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Third time I'm not sure on
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by
The
juvenile
only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Just a minute! If Hemel could take out an eye, break a tooth, enter an open mouth, and your blood
These people. They should be at home with their
shoot
loved
me to
ones.
death. Then use my purse after.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Just a tiny stone bounced off your rope, not a ballista.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it
Ruining this
comes.
city. No price, no
like the one
no
I
consequence.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this
I
one.
suppose your mother
Worry
squeezed
about
out a
the
whole
next
litter
one when it
jar,
comes.
filling the damn city to the brim. Slop bucket. You're just the sort that Lord Gortash warned
All these
about.
people.
Just the sort he'll deal with.
And those clanking great steel watches. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says.
My shop is helped with every day by rugs like they. City should be for proper folk who earn their crust.
All these people. They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Sulking. I had to teach
For how
myself
long?
a secret when
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
When we'd have a pillory in the wide, small enough even for street pups like you. Perhaps Lord Gortash will revive that grand tradition.
All these people. They should
Again.
be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you.
nothing else to do but
It's
browbeat this
peaceful,
court.
isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Father's sister,
Worry about the
probably
next one
dead
when
in
it
an alley
comes.
or drunk in a tavern.
No, he works at the docks.
Gutting fish.
These people.
Or perhaps he works the street corner. Nothing would surprise me with your
Look
kind.
around you.
I don't care if he
It's peaceful, isn't it?
that's out of line.
Swinging wasn't stolen from my roof.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Just like the one I stole from Mum when I was your
All these people.
I said
They
I'm
should be at
sorry.
home with their loved ones.
Go now.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how
Go
long?
back to the other
The
city.
only moment you're living in is this one.
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. It is you who must mind where they go. And do not forget it.
They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
A man cannot stroll the thoroughfare without being assaulted by
They should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
I suppose your mother squeezed out a whole litter just like filling the damn city to the brim like a slop bucket.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
Just the sort he'll deal with.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Here, here.
Surely you can't agree with how he's talking to a child. Tell them Baldur.
My shop's pilfered every day by
Should be at home with their loved
City
ones.
should be for proper folk who earn their crust.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldurin. Horsecack!
There was a time when we'd have a pillory in the wine, small enough even for street bucks.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Perhaps Lord Gortash will revise that rag.
It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Let him run amok. No lesson heeded. I doubt his father disciplined him. Probably dead in an alley. Shut up, Sam.
Should be at home with their loved ones. Peaceful for the moment.
Street corner. Nothing would surprise me with your kind.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
It's a restricted area. Security.
All these people. Should be at home with their loved ones.
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Belching smoke and metal screeches. Oh, keep the city peaceful, my arse!
Now clear off. Go back to the upper city.
Why here, anyway?
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. You must mind where they go. And do
Should be
not
at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Sorry, citizen. Docks are now a restricted area.
talk straight. Is this what the city is coming to? A man cannot control the thoroughfare without being assaulted by
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you. It's peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
A pebble! Take out an eye!
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
You wish to choke me to death? Perhaps loot my purse after.
Please, won't you? It was just an errand. Stuff you got nothing for this today.
Should be at home with their loved ones.
Look around you.
It is ruining this
It's
city.
peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment.
No consequences!
But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
All these people. Should be at home with their loved ones.
I suppose your mother squeezed out
It's
her own
peaceful,
litter just
isn't
like
it?
filling the damn city to the brim like a slop bucket.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Oh, and those clanking great steel watches. Bloody hate them. No matter what the mouth says.
All these people. Should be at home with
Can't
their
agree
loved
with how
ones.
he's talking to a child. Tell them Baldur.
It's peaceful.
My shop's pilfered every day by drugs like him. City should be for proper folk who
The only
earn
moment
their
you're
crust.
living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Security.
Evil hides, and who seeks?
Hello. I got distracted. I was gone longer than I planned to be gone. Because somebody has posted some transphobic filth to the casting call website that I use. Something women's fucking independent council on women's sports. And I think it's some kind of video. Yeah, this video project we aim to do to support the biological rights of real women. It's transphobic garbage, but there's like these 6 casting listings, all with 3 audition lines, and every single line is just like cookie cutter hate statement. And I'm just like, is there even a fucking story, or is this video project of theirs just gonna be 10 minutes of transphobic heckling from different voices? Anyway, it's awful, but this website doesn't seem to have a report button. So I was looking, and I don't know. I guess you just have to send them an email, which I'm sure people are gonna do. But yeah, that's a mess. I left a comment saying that this was shit. That's all I can do for now. I'll see if it's still up when I finish streaming, and then see if people are reporting it or what. But there were a lot of people tweeting about it, so I'm sure it'll get addressed. Anyway. Wasn't great. Okay, so over here we finished the lodge building. The secret room was that first floor room, so we have explored everything we can there. So yes, we need to either go south, straight on, or north from this intersection. So there's very clearly just 2 buildings here, one of which I believe is this, this to me looks like the Foundry, so we're not going to be going in there immediately. The Water Queen Temple is what I think this is, and I imagine we will go in there. It's got nothing stopping us. Straight on, it looks like the area ends there, so it's probably just northwest. Let's explore what's happening up this way before we go down there. But I might head to this up bridge first. We did speak to these guys. Well, Gortash is definitely not the second coming of Baldur. That would be some bullshit. Sorry, what are you guys doing?
Oh, this one's corked.
Stealing booze. They're stealing booze.
What are you looking at? We're allowed breaks. Contract says so.
Oh, you would like a break, would you? Minsk can help you with that. Stretch out your arm and hold still.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Need to find a way forward.
Over here we have Finn Truscott and Bellora Truscott.
What's up for discussion?
There's no cure for a broken heart. But a bit of sunlight and fresh air helps. Sometimes.
Beautiful day, isn't it? Do make the most of it. You never know how many you've got left.
Jesus, who died? His wife, maybe. If they're brother and sister. No. They're married and they're talking about a kid?
Doesn't matter what we think now. It would have broken us back then.
But if we'd only made the effort, if we'd only pushed through.
And this door is called Keep Out. Interesting. Should I click on that, or is that going to be part of this building? Janath Estate. It is nice hair. And she's feeling blue too, unfortunately. Oh, how I wish for a soothing rain. And no, we're not going over there. It is well and truly meant to mark the edge of the city. So, yeah, this part must just be those two major buildings, so let's ignore it for now. We'll head up instead. Before we go into the Keep Out door, let's go into the actual main building area. You don't think they physically connect? What, this bridge? Huh. I suppose they don't need it to line up, they just need it to... Oh, the Keep Out building in the house. Oh, we have time, so we can go to both. We'll go to the slightly more inviting one first.
Right tool will do the trick.
After we perimeter it.
Something over there.
Karlak. Why?
One must be prepared at all times.
On my way.
No, I'm not sure who's doing this for me.
Oh, shit. Oh. Can we open this?
Can't keep me out.
It's keeping you in, actually. Alright, here we go. Where's the damn water elemental? There it is. Tahun Nemesis Butler.
A good day to you, sir. I apologize, but Lady Janeth is not currently welcoming visitors.
And yet we shall enter anyway.
If you are here with regards to her recent marriage, you may leave any gifts or warm wishes with me, and I will ensure she receives them. Forgive me. As you can hear, Lady Janeth is indisposed at present. Please come back another time.
I have business with Oscar. Do we? Who's that? Remind me who that is and why we have business with him. Oh, he's the artist. The Dragonborn here will get an option that says, things aren't going well if you're using that language. Your discretion is admirable. Now tell me what's going on here.
Well, of course, that wouldn't be my place to say. Lady Janeth wishes for some time alone with her new spouse, and has sent her staff on holiday accordingly.
Funny way to spend your holiday, stood right outside your workplace.
In ordinary circumstances, I'd appreciate her generosity more fully, but, well, I prefer to be here for when she changes her mind.
Does she often send her entire staff away at such short notice?
Ordinarily, no. Though such generosity would not be out of character. But in this instance, I fear she has other motivations. Motivations I will not talk about.
Can I come in?
Were you to try and enter, there'd be nothing I could do to stop you. After all, I am on holiday. Do as you wish.
I'm pretty sure the artist is free. Tarhun indicated to us that something very strange is going on and was clearly unsettled.
Private estate of the Honourable Janeth family.
Simple letter. Dearest Fifi, I write hoping you've received word from Oscar at night. At last, or made any headway at all as to his whereabouts. I've known you for too long to believe you're not tossing and turning at night over his absence. You must be worried sick. Do let me know as soon as you hear anything. I promise I'll keep any news, good or ill, in the strictest confidence. We both know how the nobility ove to gossip. Love to gossip? With love and concern, Maria. Letter of apology. Madam, please forgive me for my inability to clear your fine house of what haunts it. Though Lathander's light is mighty, it, like all things, has its limits. Have you tried Seluna? She thrives by night, and believe me, your house is deep in night. Best wishes, Dawnbringer Juan. What? I don't think it's just that they're fucking in here. Oh, do you think one? They did mention something about a haunting.
Enter, if that is your wish. Personally, I would advise you against it.
Oh, we're silly. We're gonna do whatever we want. Why am I getting a different experience than you? I note that Blue Moon mentioned that there were 2 very different states the house has been in on her runs, so... There's a pile of ashes here, but it's the fireplace, so that's alright. Charred love note, nearly illegible, addressed to Lady Janeth, apparently from a rejected suitor. The name of the sender has been burned away. Let's talk about the alternatives of this house after I've finished.
What's hiding here?
If you don't save the artist, the house is not haunted. There's an art exhibition going on and dudes dueling each other for her favor. Okay, so, what does that mean for the haunting, then? Why is it tied to him? Well... The Janeth estate is clearly haunted, yeah? Hello there, poltergeists. A third one upstairs. Jesus, Jaheira. Oh. Retrospect, I should have checked that. They're resistant to physicals. Immune to necrotic, cold, and poison. Resistant to most things otherwise, except radiant, but we do not have a cleric. Yes, we do. We do not have a good cleric.
Got it. This'll help.
Hello, you were quick.
He's taking of turns. Someone hold Boo. He does not enjoy the bumpings to come.
Right. A feast for a 10-day. The following recipe requires a day or more to make. Inform your servants to cook the
It's been a long day. I need to rest soon.
You're in a haunted house. Hold on a moment. The following recipe requires a day or more to make. Inform your servants to cook the sauce the day before, then again for some time on the day on which it is to be consumed. The earthy and comforting flavors will thus have time to blend. Ingredients: spoons of oil, a unit of pork ribs or meaty pork neck bones, garlic, onion, mushrooms, ground beef, tomatoes, sugar, bay leaves, large pinch of dried oregano, salt and pepper, red pepper, basil, parsley. Stoke your fern to a high heat, pat the pork dry, season with salt and pepper, drizzle with oil, place into a pan, bake in a fern until deep golden brown, set aside, heat remaining olive oil in a large heavy pot, fry chopped onions and mushrooms over medium heat and season, do not allow them to brown over much. Add crumbled beef and pork until coloured, stirring, season with salt, pepper and oregano, add chopped garlic and cook a very short time, then add tomato, salt, sugar, crushed red pepper and pork, still on the bone. Add bay leaves, basil, parsley and bring to a low simmer. Simmer as much for the better part of an afternoon, 3 chimes of the bell will do. Remove the pork to cool, then remove meat from bones and discard any fat or gristle. Shred the meat and return it to the sauce. Taste for further seasoning. When you are satisfied with the flavour, cool thoroughly and place in your cold storage to mature overnight. Serve the next day with your choice of accoutrement. The chef prefers pasta, plenty of hard salty cheese, hard-boiled eggs, and a crispy green salad on the side. Sorry, that was boring. But I also feel compelled to read.
At the ready.
Just in case there was some creepy message in there somewhere.
Butt kicking, for goodness!
I have a job for you.
Survival is all that matters.
To glory, or glorious death!
Well done, Minsk.
Should mind my step.
The Absolute End. Underneath this book concerning the cult of the Absolute and the dangers it presents is scrawled this response to the text. This hastily written drivel is admittedly well-intentioned. Its author is clearly fizzing with fear of the Absolute. The problem is that they conflate the rise of the cult with other things, like the heat death of the universe, the resurrection of one-eyed Vecna, the proliferation of necromantic excess, and even the withering of imported fruits from Chult. This person needs a glass of water and a lie down. I think I've read that before. Where? Oh, fuck off. That's all the way up there.
Bring me into battle.
To arms! Wait, no! To swords!
Ready.
Butt kicking for goodness!
Please don't crash the game. We have a quick save in there. Thank you.
Knees high. Bye forever, pal.
would they come down? Oh, that's why we're getting that curse. Well.
You point, I punch. Boo says smite. That means I must hit you very hard, I think. I have missed this. The adventure, the danger, the kicking of butts.
Oh, shit.
Swallow your battle cries, fiend, and wash them down with steel.
Consider my hackles erased.
Oh yeah, they can teleport. Well, yeah. Now they're willing to actually have a turn. That's gotta speed it up a little. Owie!
Best be on my way.
I am on my way!
Covered.
Oh, right, they can barely hurt them, though. Because cold. There's also more cursed objects, which I now understand we need to start killing.
My turn.
Ah! More? Where? Oh god, even further up! It would be fine if aggro range functioned in this sort of scenario.
Into position.
Well, these guys can get hit by stuff, I guess. It's fucking ass.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Who is napping? So die in silence, evil!
I just find there's no need to use the executioner charge because he's killing them all, you know? How many crits was that? I don't think I can teleport to where they are. Yeah, I thought that was how many crits there were. That is unfortunately cold damage. But I could use it on the fucking icicle. The candle.
Always the same old song.
I have missed this. The adventure, the danger, the kicking of butts.
I'm sure. Ow. Well, she's unwell. I'm still on the bottom of the stairs. Would chain lightning hit the objects? Let's find out. Oh, yeah, if it won't, I don't want to. And lightning bolt's a bad idea because it'll hit the allies. I'll just firebolt and then heal Jahira. Wasn't that great? Yeah, but I don't want to just hit two things. I would like to hit the whole room or not bother. Do you not want to have a turn? You do. You see how much easier it is for you to get down than get up?
Handy.
Fuck off. I'd rather kill... Yeah, I'd rather kill the moving, like the actual... I'd rather say, because these objects spawn more enemies, I would rather do that in a controlled way.
Let's cut your fire, baby. Red in tooth and claw.
Rid of you.
Not pinned down just yet.
Nope. Medium toughness.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Boo says smite. That means I must hit you very hard, I think.
Now you deign to join us. Oh yeah, so he can. Well.
Poisonous necrotic appendage.
Now this is my happy place.
Not that one, though.
I smell blood.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Whoa. Stop. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, okay, stop, 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 stop. Kill the skull. Stop! Kill the skull! Okay, get down the fucking stairs. Take a short rest and get in the corner. Jesus Christ.
Don't burn yourself.
Now do as you were told and kill the skull. Oh, fucking hell. Stand there and kill. Stand there and kill the skull. So, art show schedule. The plans for a forthcoming art show at House Janeth. Strange Tides, self-portraits from the Sword Coast. Excellent suggestions, Nemesis. Please see my notes below for the preparations, Lady Janeth. Invitees, Messer Ruth Lineker, Lady Harriet Oberon, Sir Yarrick Sashenstar, +3. He insists on bringing the triplets with him. Remind him we offer no nursemaid to attend them. Vin Val, their piece Reflections on Umberlee will be on display. Ensure they are made aware of this. Messer Polton Carrick still hasn't delivered the still life I purchased. Remind him of this, gently. Nourishments, 3 casks wine, the best you can find. My vintner in Manorborn should have something. Wild mushroom soup, steak medallions with asparagus, and golden pear pie. So that must be the art gallery that happens if you didn't do the artist quest. Why is this chair rickety? No curse.
What to do? Light on my feet.
Orders for staff. Staffing duties. If the below is unclear, bring your concerns to Mr. Mercer, Nemesis. Furbelston, serving. Bailey, shine the silverware and be careful about it. Cyrilla, wash the linens. Julie, speak with Chef Marjoram. Fubs, greet the guests. Yeah, I think the stairs just in general are bad for sightlines, and so it was starting combat before combat was supposed to start. Like, it would have been unironically better if I couldn't see invisibility there. I thought one of these candelabrums was cursed. But I guess not. More fuckers right here. Let's get rid of them.
Butt kicking, for goodness!
Let's make mincemeat out of them.
These boots have seen everything.
See, they're a lot simpler when we don't have the levels issue. An appraisal by Goner Maud begins with this. My mother took me aside one morning and told me my father had gone crazy. I was 7 at the time. In her defense, she was pretty gentle about it. Your dad's okay, he's just gone crazy is all. When I asked her if crazy meant he'd locked himself in his study again to paint for 3 days, she told me no. He'd attacked her with a sharpened paintbrush. She said it just like that. Matter of fact, no tears in sight. They had been married 6 years. Tying the knot 1 year after Mum pushed me out between her legs in a garden shed and the boonies outside Waterdeep. Art is a funny thing. Mitcher and Webson tell us in their excellent breakdown of the craft that good art replicates life, whilst great art overcomes life. That morning at 7 years old, with unlaced shoes and a friction burn on my arse from scooting too fast across the floor, I learned the truth of that and its corollary. That while overcoming that strange thing called life, great art can gobble it up just as easily.
Wanna dance?
No, I want you to chuck this at that.
To arms! Wait, no! To swords!
How much further can I go?
I'm going to leave all those doors for the moment. Go back to the way we were originally going. I just come back out here because I was like, did I miss a candelabrum I should have killed? But I didn't. So we'll go up this way again. Because we never finished up here. Masters of the Painterly Arts. A catalogue of great painters, historical and contemporary. The spine is bent in a particular spot, and the book opens on the following page. Oscar Feverus may be best known for the calibre of his clientele, but should really be commended for his attention to detail. Each portrait illustrating the oft elusive Baldurian patriarchs is rendered with exquisite accuracy. The most minute of details, from the curl of a smirk to the eye's knowing glints, are present in his work. Though he has garnered the reputation of a flighty dilettante, he is a young master worthy of watching, to be sure. And here is an elixir of sea invisibility for those of you that hadn't quite gotten the picture yet. Looks like this door is the one to go to. That's where the quest marker is, so let's open every door except that one first. Oh dear. Where is it? There it is.
Not in my good hall. Come on, let's go. My little trick.
Jesus. Fine. Exit tuberculosis mode and throw at this. Find a space and throw it. Find a space. Ah!
That's right.
Don't go close to it! Okay.
I've got a long road ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Talk to Oscar before going further up here. The best way to interpret your Talus deck is by getting to know it as you would a person, one exceptionally long-lived and wise. The more time you spy it in close observation of your deck, the more its arcana will filter in and out of you like air. It is not for the deck to reveal itself for you, it is for you to reveal yourself through the powerful symbols and ancient wisdom portrayed in these 78 cards. Darling Ferelia, my word, your father and I were so delighted to hear of your betrothal, and to a painter no less. Given your groom's rather unconventional background, we'd be happy to put forward any sum you require for your ceremony. After all, one's daughter is only wedded once. Unless you're a Guthmere, of course. I'll have to tell you about that another time. As for your nuptials, perhaps we should employ the High Hall. Or would you prefer something grander? We're very open to suggestions. All my love, Mother. I tried reaching out to that talented husband-to-be of yours. Please forgive me, I meant you no embarrassment, but he has yet to respond. It would perhaps behove him to draft a reply. Soon.
Devil's Fee is going to protect us. If there was anything we needed protecting from.
One must be prepared at all times.
Oh. Huh? What? Where?
Understood.
Through that door? 90 years away? I really don't want this. Last quick save was 12 minutes ago.
One day I'll catch a break. Still on my feet.
But kicking for goodness! Whose battle?
Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like, Felices.
What now?
Right, but this one is invisible. That's what's fucked.
I've got it.
By your command.
Well, so much for peace. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
What I'd give to be needed now.
Can we flee without having to personally see everybody over there?
But if we'd only made the effort, if we'd only pushed through.
Oh, you can't flee, but you're with me. Oh dear.
Swallow your battle cries, fiend, and wash them down with steel! Someone hold Boo. He will not enjoy the bumpings to come.
What happens when the entire party flees except for the two elementals? Well, I'm also running out of time. But I can't go back to the previous save because like this house is awful. I'm not doing that. Shit, they opened the door.
This is gonna feel good. No surrender.
So now what happens if I send everybody back? That does. So it accomplishes nothing. And we need to go find the fucking enemies. Sorry, whose turn is it? It's the water elementals. Oh, good. It is trying to get toward us. That actually does help. It's just that their turns are so long because the game doesn't know how to do it. It's like it's spending ages deciding whether or not they're going to even move.
Stalking.
Blood comes easy these days. Have to keep going.
Can we fight now? Who is not used to this taking of turns?
I want to give them something to hit. And she can't move anymore, so...
Time to push my luck again.
There's no point dashing those two, because Jaheira is unfortunately now oh my god, you're out here? Oh. Hi. How'd you do that?
I'm heating up. Incoming.
Great, because I got a job for you. Okay, the other one did not make it. There he is.
To glory or glorious death.
Go on.
Don't waste a step.
Hale fucking Luya. I'm just going to use the last short rest here because we keep taking stupid amounts of damage.
Enough to keep us going. For now.
I think that's all of them.
Is that blood?
Bloody hope so. Let's... We need to remember to do the keep out place because we're not going to be able to do that tonight now. Let me... Whoa. What? Why'd that happen? Let me put that there and then I should remember. Because this was not supposed to take all fucking day, but it did.
If not over, then through.
Oscar is possessed. Oh, that's normal. Let's not go in there just yet. Where did they come from then? Oh, they're in here. Yeah, the fact that the ghost didn't crash is good. Dismissal of staff. That's why I walked out there, by the way, because I thought I oversaw a note called dismissal of staff when we were outside. And I noticed that what I found was staff orders, not dismissal of staff. So I was like, I swear there was one called dismissal of staff. I'm going to go out there and see if I can see it again. And that's when we started the combat with the people in here, because they saw me through the window. Or I saw them. At Lady Janath's request, all domestic staff are to leave the premises and consider themselves on temporary leave until recalled. No imputation of malfeasance should be inferred from this. In light of recent events, our lady simply wants a little time to herself. During this leave, staff will be paid half wages and are free to seek other temporary employment. Chamberlain Mercer. That's a decent compromise. Half wages.
Let's see what this does.
No, sending them away because of this is very that's very kind. Like, that means she cares about them. And paying them a bit is also pretty good.
With a flick of the wrist.
And then a step to the right.
What's that?
That is a note. I take it there are no objections to replacing my hand crossbow +1 with a hand crossbow +2. The butler's cane has a knob on the end. I've read that. A quickly scrolled invoice of work completed. 29 Tarsac, 1492 DR. Sliding door concealed to cubby and atelier. 575 gold. Additional cost, structural reinforcements after door installation, making it more secret. This is the only standard +2 hand crossbow in the game because you can't purchase it anywhere. So this was highlighted, so this is a hint that there is a concealed sliding door in the atelier. Your new ring. Dear Lady Janath, our most profound and gracious thanks for your patronage and granting us the honour of crafting your wedding ring. We wish you the greatest joy for your upcoming nuptials, and should you desire in years to come to mark the happy occasion with a gift of similar craft and quality, we would be delighted to offer you our services once more, along with a returning customer discount. Yours in artistry, Omotola. Beneath the signature is a stamp of a shining jewel, the words "The Glitter Gala" embossed in gilt upon the centre. I think with that I'm out of doors. Except for this one. And then what's up there? As this has gone over time, I'm going to stop right outside here, and tomorrow we're going to have to start with walking in and seeing what's wrong with Oscar Fevris and how he got possessed, and then fixing him. Because that took way too long. That was really, really awkward and poorly designed. It's a big shame, to be honest. But anyway, they're dead. Most of them. Unless there's more up in the attic. I'll be back on Friday for finishing that. And then we'll see what's in the keep outhouse below. Fare thee well, everybody.